All right, race number one. Making their way to the driver's stand.
Prance Rodil. Anthony Zachiglowski. Scott Yo.
Oh, that didn't sound good.
Sean Torres. One minute to the start of the race.
All right, looking for a few more racers to join us here.
"45 seconds to the start of the race.
Yeah, please do not park on the back straight. It's kind of like parking on the freeway.
Craig Oku.
If you need a good spot to pull aside, I usually
30
like to
seconds
choose the
to
outside
start
of a
the
corner.
race.
It's a good safe spot. You can park there. All right, I'm looking for Alan. Is Alan going to make this one? Almost.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
Okay. All right, well, we got the rest of
Less
our
than 5.
drivers ready to go. I got turn marshals out here. All right, let these guys go by for one more lap. All right, next time you cross the start-finish line, Loop will be live. Live from San Jose, California. It is Wednesday night racing. Brought to you by NorCal Hobbies and Team Powers, the power you need. All right, we have a few cars on the clock. Half the field being scored. Need a little help in the middle. Okay, all of our participants are on the clock. We got Prance with the opening lap at 21.8. Got Sean going 23.2. Craig going 21 flat. Anthony going to 20.9. Good lap there. And that will hold. Anthony with the fastest opening lap. Good job. Oh, careful on the back straight. Go outside. Kevin Allen, quick tack there. We got 1 minute down. 5 minutes left, drivers. All right, 2 laps in the books. Right now, it's going to be Craig followed by Anthony, Sean, Scott, and Prance. Fast lap so far, Scott going to 20.5. Got Craig at 20.6. Wow, Sean across the line now, 19.8. 125 in, 435 remaining drivers. Right now, it's Craig, Anthony, Sean, Scott, Prance, no Allen. We got minute 35 in, 425 remaining. Sean, once again, setting fast lap, going 18.9. Doing just fine. All right, folks, we got a $150 down, 4:10 to go. Right now, Sean Torres on an 18.14 for pace. Got Scott on a 17-lapper, Prance and Craig on 17 lappers, Anthony currently on a 16-lapper. We got 2 minutes down, 4 minutes to go. All right, Sean Torres now 3.5 seconds up on Scott. Got Scott 3.1 ahead of Prance. Prance 2 seconds up on Craig. Craig 5 seconds ahead of Anthony. 2:25 in, 3:35 to go. Sean Torres continuing to lead this one, driving the red, white, and blue. Actually, it's more like the blue, white, blue, red, white. If we're going in color order. 2:45 down, 3:15 to go. And Sean with a little turn marshaling from the driver's stand there. 3 minutes in, drivers. 3 minutes to go. All right, Sean Torres, your race leader. He also doubles as a tow truck at times. Sean, Scott, Prance, Anthony, Craig, your full running order so far. And we got ourselves a battle for the lead. Right now, Scott and Sean in 0.2 of a second. Cool. Thank you, Kev. All right, 2:25 left in this one, drivers. Sean Torres going 18.3 that time around. So that will put him back to the front, 1 second ahead of Scott. Got Scott 16 up on Prance. Prance 12 ahead of Anthony. Anthony 6 ahead of Craig. 3:50 in, 2:10 to go. Sean Torres just keeps getting faster, 18.3. So Sean Torres' race, aging like a fine bottle of wine. Getting better as time goes on. Until that happened, but we got a minute 45 to go, drivers. So right now it is in favor of Scott, but we still got a battle to the finish here. A minute 30 remains, drivers. Right now, Scott on 18.06, Sean 18.13, Prance on 16.05, Anthony 16.16, Craig on a 16.20. We got a minute 20 to go, drivers. We got just over a minute to go. Scott 18.05, Sean 18.12, Prance 16.05. Craig 16.16, Anthony also on a 16.16. 55 seconds to go, drivers. Race number 2, start thinking about it. $40 seconds left. Scott, Sean, Prance, Craig, Anthony, your full order. Scott now 5.8 ahead of Sean. Sean 34 ahead of Prance. Prance 6.5 ahead of Anthony. Anthony 0.4 ahead of Craig. 25 seconds to go, drivers. Race leader driving the black and green car with the white wheels. Second place, driving the blue, red, and white. And the third place car going to be the blue car with the star on the side. We're coming to the finish here, folks. Keep on going. Do not stop yet. I'll let you guys know when you're done. Prance, you are done. Craig, you're done. Sean and Scott, you guys are done. And Anthony, you are done. That'll be a race, guys. That will be a race. Scott taking that one 18.03. Sean goes 18.15. Prance is 16.06. Craig is 16.08. Anthony 16.10. All right, moving on to race number 2. I'm going to need you guys to come on out and turn marshal, please. Race number 2 is going to be John, George, Dave, Ron, King, Jeremy, and Theo.
Ted Cartet. George Laxon. John Milio. Chef Dave. Ron Williams. King Arroyo. Jeremy Vidig. One minute to the start of the race.
All right, I got Sean, I got Anthony, I got Prance. Looking for the rest of my guys from race 1 to come on out and turn marshal, please. I'm going to need you guys' help for the next 6 minutes.
45 seconds to the start of the race. 30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, looks like I need a little bit of help in the
15
middle, a
seconds to the
little
start
help
of the
on
race.
the left.
Less than 5.
Okay, I see Craig out there. And do I got Scott? Scott's here? Okay. Let's see, Scott, maybe if I can get you on the left side over by the bathroom corner. All right, folks, we got our marshals getting in their positions. Everybody's checked in. We're going to get this party started here in just a few moments. All right, Dave opens it up with a 19.2, King at 19.9, George 20.2, Theo 20.4, John at 20.3, Jeremy at 20.0, and Ron across the line with a 19.3. So presently, it's Dave and Ron out front, followed by King. 40 seconds down. Oh, trouble at the tabletop. Careful at the tabletop, guys. He's got it. 55 seconds in, 5:05 to go. Careful on the right side of the course. All right, work together, drivers. Got a bit of a buggy train starting to form. So if you do get a faster car coming up, give them a little room. But also, if you are the faster car, a little bit of patience goes a long way. We got $120 down, 4:40 to go. All right, King last time by going to 19.6. Jeremy in 19.8. George in 19.6. All right, $135 down, 4:25 remaining. Whoa, whoa. Keep it smooth, King. Keep it smooth. Not often that happens. All right, $150 down. Yeah, King going 19.2 that last time by. This time, not exactly a 19.2, but we're going the right direction. Careful in turn one, guys. Careful in turn one. Turn one. $220 down, 3:40 to go. Right now it's Jeremy, King, John, Dave, George, Ron, and Theo. King just once again resetting his fastest lap, 18.8. But that same lap, Dave Kreider resetting fast lap of the race at an 18.7. All right, 240 down, 320 to go. All right, we got King 1801, John 1804, Dave 1806, Ron 1814, Jeremy 1815, George 17 flat, Theo a 1707. 3 minutes down, 3 minutes to go, drivers. And Dave Kreider laying down some heat once again, going 18.7 that time around. So Dave making a run towards the front. All right, 325 in, 235 left in this one. All right, now it's going to be Dave taking over the top spot. Dave going 18.01 for pace. John now 18.05. Jeremy 18.08. Ron 18.09. George 18.15. King 18.18. Theo 17 flat. Got my top 6 cars 18 laps or better here. Dave Kreider that time by 18.5, looking alive. 4:05 down, $1.55 to go. All right, 1:35 remaining. Oh, John going 18.4 that time around. 1:25 to go here. Right now, Dave Kreider, 19.16. John, 19.18. Jeremy, 18.04. Ron, 18.08. George, 18.13. Theo, 18.14. Careful on the back straight, guys. All right, that is clear, clear, clear. Got just over a minute to go. $55 seconds remaining, drivers. Right now, John, 19.17. He is 1.3 ahead of Dave. Dave on a 19.18. Jeremy, 18.02. Ron, 18.07. George, 18.12. Theo, 17.01. King falling off, going 17.13. King, after this race, check your camber, check your ride height. Actually, don't do it in that order. Check your ride height first, then check your camber. I think you might knock something funny on the car because the first half of the race you were really fast, and the second half, yeah, definitely check everything on the car between rounds. 5 seconds left, drivers. Race number 3. You are up next. Keep going, guys. Dave Kreider getting caught the line there. Dave's the only one done so far. Jeremy, you are done. King, you're done. George, you're done. John, you're done. Theo, you're done. One more car. That'll be a race, guys. That'll be a race. John Melio taking that one, 19.15. Dave goes 18 flat. Jeremy, 18.01. George, 18.13. Ron, also 18.13. Theo, 18.18. King, 17.12. All right, moving on to race number 3. Race number 3. That is going to be Landon, Steve, Ryan, Lucas, Noah, and Martin.
Jump and land N. Noah Bloom. Ryan Vernally.
Sorry, guys,
Lucas
I had to put Landon with you. I wanted to get him in and make sure everything's covered. So just disregard that blue
Martin
blur.
Arroyo.
Give him a little room when he comes by, and he'll be on his merry way. All right, I am looking for turn marshals.
1 minute to the start of the race.
All right, got Jeremy out there. I got John out there. I got George out here. Got Ron.
"45 seconds to the start of the race.
King, if I can get you on the left.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
Live, drivers. All right, I was saying earlier, I want to try to get a group together to do a track change maybe next Wednesday or the Wednesday after, one of those 2 Wednesdays. It's about time. So I'll talk with you guys after racing tonight, see what works out best for everybody. Trying to make some plans here. All right, we got Landon going 17.0 on the first lap. Steven 18.0. Martin at 19.6. Everybody else in the 20s at the moment. All right, 45 seconds in. Careful, back straight, back straight. Okay, we got 55 seconds in. Landon going 16.9 that time around. That puts his pace out at 21.03. Looks like Landon might be running practice tires out there. Maybe he's just getting warmed up. We got $1.15 down, 4:45 to go. Landon on 21.05. Lucas on 2018. Ryan 19.13. Martin 19.18. Steve 18.12. Noah 18.15. All right, $1.30 down, 4:30 left. Oh, careful at the big jump. All clear. 17.3. Martin 19.5. Noah 18.5. We're just past 2 minutes down and 4 minutes remaining. All right, 2:20 in, 3:40 remains. Landon about 5 up on Lucas. Lucas is 4 seconds ahead of Steve. Steve 2.7 ahead of Ryan. Ryan 3.1 up on Martin. Martin 5 ahead of Noah. 2:30 down, 3:30 left. This is race number 3 on track. And Landon once again, 16.9 that time by the stripe. $2.50 in, 3:10 to go. 16.8 for Landon Kane. 21.09 now the pace. Lucas 20.07. Steve 20.14. Ryan 19 flat. Martin 19.16. And Noah 18.04. 3:15 down. 2:45 to go. All right, race leader driving the blue ride. Your second place car, the lilac and purple. Your third place runner going to be yellow, orange, blue, purple, and white. It's a lot of colors, Steve. Very colorful car. Oh, Landon was probably looking at the colors there. It's like, wow, pretty colors. All right, 3:50 down, 2:10 to go. Landon Kane on a 21.12, Lucas on a 2011, Steve on a 2014, Ryan 2018, Martin 1919, and Noah 1802. I got $1.50 to go, drivers. Just under 2 minutes to go. All right, looks like Landon's starting to get warmed up here. This should be a decent lap. 17.1. He's having fun. All right, a minute 20 remaining. Landon on a 21.12. Lucas on a 20.08. Steve 20.10. Ryan 20.12. Noah 18.02. Martin 18.01 now. So we got quite the battle for the second spot brewing up here. We got Lucas 1.5 ahead of Steve. Steve 1 second even ahead of Ryan. 1 minute to go, drivers. 1 minute left. Oh, Ryan Vernali throwing down some heat, going 16.8 lap before last. $40 seconds remaining, drivers. Ooh, careful at the big jump. Oh, careful at the big jump. All clear, all clear. 30 seconds to go. Landon 21.12, Lucas 20.07, Steve 20.09, Ryan 20.11, Martin 18.04. Oh, Noah 18.04, Martin 18.11. 15 seconds, drivers. 15 seconds. 1-5. Careful landing in a big jump, guys. And that coast is clearing up. We got 5 seconds to go. Okay, Noah, you are done. Landon, Ryan, you are done. Steve, you're done. Martin, you're done. Lucas, you are done. That'll be a race, guys. Landon takes that one, going 21:09. Steve taking the 2 spot on the final lap there, 20:09.6. Ryan going 20:09.8. Lucas, 2014. Noah, 18:03. Martin, 18:09. All right, we're moving on to race number 4. Race number 4. Art, Nelson, Jordan, Kellen, Anthony, and Ryan. You guys are up.
Fix it again, Tony. Kellen Yamamoto. Nelson B. AJ Cardinale. Ryan R. Randall. Jordan Rivera.
All right, I am going to need some turn marshals, guys. Drivers from the last race.
One minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the
All right,
start
looks
of
like
the
I got
race."
everybody checked in. Looks like I got all my marshals. All right, get this party started. All right, everybody's being scored. Got Kellen going 17-7 on the opening pass. Nelson 18-3. Art 17-4. Jordan a 17-6. Ryan with an 18-1. And Anthony with a 17-8. All right, we got 40 seconds in. This guy's working lap number 2 right now. All right, after 2 laps, it's going to be Art Cardinale out front, followed by Kellen, Anthony, Nelson, Jordan, and Ryan. Got a minute 5 down, 4:55 remaining. Fast lap so far, Art Cardinale, 17-4. Got Silva going 17-4 that time by. 1:15 down, 4:45 remaining. Careful the big jump, guys. Big jump. Careful landing the big jump. All right, that coast is clear. 1:25 in, 4:35 left. Silva goes 17-3. That puts him on top of the leaderboard. So currently we got Silva going 21:09, Yamamoto 21:12, Cardinale 20:01, B 20:10, Rabara 20:16, and Randall 18 flat. Fast lap so far. Jordan going 16:9 last time around. Got Silva 17-3, Yamamoto 17-5, Cardinale 17-4, Nelson 17-5, Ryan going 18-1. 2 minutes down, 4 minutes remain. Cardinale throwing down another 17-4 here. It's going to be Kellen to the top of the charts. Kellen, Art, Nelson, Jordan, Anthony, Ryan, your full order at this time. 2:20 down, 3:40 to go. Kellen 0.6 up on Art 2.5 up on Nelson. Nelson 1 second ahead of Jordan. Jordan 2 up on Anthony. Anthony 4 seconds ahead of Ryan. 2:35 down, 3:25 to go, drivers. Kellen 0.7 up on Art this time around. So paces, we got Kellen 21:14, Art 21:15, Nelson 20:05, Jordan 20:06, Silva 20:11, Randall 19:04. 3 minutes down and 3 minutes remain. Kellen, Art, Jordan, Nelson, Anthony, and Ryan, your full running order. Kellen going 17-3 that time around. I'll put him 3.5 ahead of Art. Art 0.1 ahead of Jordan. Jordan 0.5 ahead of Nelson. Nelson 2.6 ahead of Anthony. Anthony 7.4 ahead of Ryan. Yeah, 2:35 remaining, drivers. Yamamoto that time by going 17-2. Going a little off trajectory that time. Maybe distracted by that blue and green car. 2:20 to go, drivers. Kellen, Jordan, Art, Nelson, Anthony. Art 0.6 ahead of Nelson. Nelson 1.8 ahead of Silva. Silva 7.7 up on Randall. 150 remains, drivers. $140 to go, drivers. Kellen, Jordan, Art, Nelson, Anthony, Ryan. The order with $1.30 left. Right now, Kellen just 0.6 ahead of Jordan. Jordan 1.7 ahead of Art. Art 1 second ahead of Nelson. Nelson 1.4 ahead of Anthony. Anthony 12 seconds up on Ryan. That's Silva going his fastest lap there. 17-2. Yes, it's true. Art going 17-3. Way to be. We got 1 minute remaining, drivers. Kellen 21:14, Jordan 21:15, Art 20:01, Anthony 20:01, Nelson 20:01, and Ryan 19:02. 45 seconds left. Kellen just 1 second ahead of Jordan. Jordan 1.6 ahead of Silva. Silva now 0.3 ahead of Cardinale. 30 seconds left, drivers. This time by the stripe. Yamamoto up by 0.9. Rabara ahead of Silva by 1.1. Silva ahead of Cardinale by 0.5. 15. All right, this time around, Yamamoto Rabara. Gap is 0.7. Rabara just, now 2.7 ahead of Art. Art 0.2 ahead of Anthony. Keep going, drivers. This is likely your final lap here. Art, you are done. Nelson, you're done. Ryan, you're done. Silva, you're done. Yamamoto, you're done. One more car. And wow. Jordan, you're done. That'll be a race. That one did indeed go down to the final lap. Jordan Rabara taking it by 0.4 of a second. 21:14. Kellen going 21:15. Art going 20:01. Anthony going 20:01. Nelson 20:06. Ryan 19 flat. That was a pretty close run group there. Good race drivers. All right, moving into race number 5 here. Kevin, Jeff, Robert, George, Barry, and Eric.
Barry Soppet. Too Soon Jr.
All right, this is race number
Kevin
5. After
Eric
this,
Gonzalez.
we'll take a short
George
break
Lynn.
and go right back into race number 1.
Robert.
All right, everybody's checked in. Got almost everybody out here.
1 minute to the start of the race.
All right, yep, I got Jordan, got Art, got Ryan, got Sylvan Yamamoto, and I got Nelson. Yep, everybody's here. All right, folks.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, the universal sign of we're ready to race. All right, this is race number 5. Race number 5. Okay, now everybody is being scored. Barry going a 17.6, Jeff a 17.2, Kevin a 17.7, Robert a 17.4, Eric 17.5, and George with a 16.7. That'll be the fastest opening lap here, dropped by that orange car. We're working lap number 2. 45 seconds in the books. George going even faster on lap 2, 16.5. He's looking alive. His car is bright. 1 minute down, 5 minutes to go. George on a 22.06. Eric on a 21.11. Kevin 21.13. Jeff 21.16. Barry 20.04. Robert 20.12. All right, TQ being set at 21.09 at the moment. All right, George 22.05. He is 4 seconds up on Eric. Eric is 0.2 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 0.5 ahead of Barry. Barry 2 seconds up on Robert. Robert 2.5 ahead of Jeff. 140 down, drivers. George going 16.5 yet again. If you look at the lap times, George will have 2 fast times currently listed. He hit 2 16.535s. Down to the 1,000th. How's that for consistency? 2:05 down, 3:55 to go. Let's see if George can do a third 16.535. 2:15 in, 3:45 to go. Your race leader's pace, 22.06. Kevin on a 21.10. Barry 21.10 as well. Robert 20.01. Eric 20.03. Jeff 20.05. Ooh, George going 16.4 that time around. So George now 7 seconds ahead of Barry. Barry 0.3 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 4.2 ahead of Robert. Robert 1.3 ahead of Eric. Eric 0.1 ahead of Jeff. We got 250 down and 310 remaining in this one. All right, folks, we'll get round 2 started at 7:20. Round 2 will start 7:20. 3:15 down, 2:45 to go. Right now it is George on a 22.06, Barry 21.06, Kevin 21.09, Robert 21.16, Jeff a 20.01, Eric a 20.01 as well. 3:30 down and 2:30 remaining. You know, sometimes when you're announcing the order, you have to make adjustments on the fly, and that was one of those situations. 3:15 down, 2:15 to go. All right, George, Barry, Kevin, Robert, Eric, Jeff, the current running order. Two minutes to go, drivers. George 22.08, Barry 21.05, Kevin 21.09, Robert 21.15, Eric 21.17, Jeff 20.04. Oh, careful in the middle, guys. Careful in the rhythm. That might have been a little bit of a shortcut. All right. Yeah, you made it right. 4:25 in and 1:35 to go. George 22.08, Barry 21.05, Kevin 21.09, Robert 21.15, Eric 20.01, Jeff 20.08. George with a 9.7 second lead. Barry 2.8 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 3.7 ahead of Robert. Robert 2.9 ahead of Eric. Eric 5 seconds ahead of Jeff. Oh, man, slow roll in the middle. And that is EG. Oh, man. 55 seconds left, drivers. Seconds remain. George now 10 seconds ahead of Barry. Barry 5.7 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 2.9 ahead of Robert. Robert 13 ahead of Jeff. Jeff 2 ahead of Eric. 30 seconds left. This will be the conclusion of round number 1. 15 seconds. 1-5 on the clock. Closest 2 cars right now, Kevin and Robert, 2.1 apart. Got Jeff and Eric, 2.5 apart. And time. Keep on going, guys. Keep on going. Keep going. Keep going. Barry, you're done. Kevin, you're done. Jeff, you're done. Robert, you're done. Eric, you're done. One more car. And that will be a race. George Lynn resets TQ going 22:09. Barry goes 21:05. Kevin 21:11. Robert 21:12. Eric 2012. Jeff 2013. All right, folks. Round 2 begins 7:20. All right, folks, we'll get round 2 started in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Race number 1 will be Scott, Sean Prance, Craig, Anthony, and Alan.
One minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, folks, it is time for round number 2. Race number 1 will be Scott, Sean Prance, Craig, Anthony, and Alan. Turn marshals will be race number 5.
Craig Oku. Anthony Zachiglowski.
We're looking for racers from race number 5. I'm looking for George, Barry, Kevin, Robert, Eric, and Jeff. Got a few more cars yet to check in.
Prance Rodil. Scott Yo. Sean Torres.
Careful, turn one, turn one, turn one. Barry, is Barry out here? Okay. Actually, Barry, if I get you to help out Kevin on the left side, or anybody really, if you guys want a formation shift. All right. Yep. We're good to go. All right, drivers. We're going live loop. All right. This is the start to race number 1. Everybody on the clock. All right, Scott going 19.8 on the opening lap. Prance going 20.6. Craig at 22. Anthony at 24. Sean at 19.4. And Alan at 20.5. Fastest car on the open lap, Sean Torres. All right, folks, 45 seconds in, 5:15 to go. Lap 2 in the books here. So it's going to be Sean, it's going to be Alan, Sean, Scott, Prance, Craig, and Anthony. Careful at the big jump. All clear. All right, we got 105 down, 455 remaining. Right now, your top spot belonging to Alan Rodil. He's driving that teal car. Got Scott driving the kind of greenish yellow, 2 black fade. Got Craig running the silver bullet. Sean running the red, white, and blue. All right, a minute 35 in, 4:25 to go. And trouble for your race leader that time around. He just won a 19-0. Oh, man. Tough lap for Alan here. Let's see if he can rebound. Oh, 2 minutes in, 4 minutes left. And Scott retaking the top spot. 18:01 in the works. Anthony up. Well, showing Anthony in the 2 spot right now, but it looks like Anthony might be broken. Oh, no. Maybe, maybe not. To be determined. All right, 2:30 down, 3:30 left. All right, order's going to be Scott, Alan, Sean, Craig, Prance, and Anthony. We got Scott on 18:07, Alan on 18:14, Sean 17:10, Craig is 17:12, Prance is 17:19, Anthony on a 15. We got 3 minutes down and 3 minutes to go, drivers. Scott now 4 seconds up on Alan. Alan 7 ahead of Sean. Sean 1.3 ahead of Craig. Craig 2.9 ahead of Prance. We got 2:50 to go here. Oh, we got a couple of tumblers there. 320 down, 240 to go. Got ourselves a pack of cars here. A buggy train going on. 335 down, 225 to go. Help at the big jump, please. Careful at the big jump, guys. Barry risking his life there to get that car. 345 in, 215 to go. Scott Yao, your race leader, driving the black and green. Second place now, Sean Torres, red, white, and blue. Alan Rodil holding down the third spot, driving the turquoise, the teal. Now we'll put that up to vote. Is that turquoise or teal? 150 to go, drivers. Careful on the back straight. Go outside. All clear. A minute 35 remaining here. Scott 1804, Sean 1702, Alan 1708, Prance 1712, Craig 1604, Anthony 1517. Got a minute 25 left in this one, drivers. Minute 20 to go. Scott with about a 15-second lead now. Got Alan just 0.06 ahead of Sean. Those guys about 4.5 up on Prance. Prance 9 seconds up on Craig. 1 minute to go, drivers. "45 seconds remain. 40 seconds to go. Scott, Sean, Prance, Alan, Craig, and Anthony, your full order here. Closest battle here is going to be Sean, Alan, and Prance. Sean 1.6 ahead of Alan. Alan 2.1 ahead of Prance. 20 seconds remaining. Careful on the back straight. Go wide, wide, wide. All clear. 10 seconds. Time has expired, but keep on going, drivers. Keep on going. Anthony, you got caught. Scott, you are done. Prance, you're done. Craig, you're done. Alan, you're done. That will be a race. Scott taking that one, 1804. Alan goes 1709. Prance goes 1716. Craig also a 1716. Anthony gets 15. Sean gets 14. All right, we're moving into race number 2. All right, this one's going to be John, Dave, Jeremy, George, Ron, Theo, and King.
Jeremy Vidig, 10 Carted, John Milio, George Laxon, King Arroyo, Chef Dave, Ron Williams,
All right, got everybody checked in, but I am looking for turn marshals. My turn marshals should be Scott, Alan, Prance, Craig,
1
Anthony,
minute
and
to the start
Sean.
of the race.
All right, got Alan and Prance out here. Looking for the rest of my group, please.
Forty-five seconds to the start of the race.
All right, I got 4 out here looking for 2 more. Looking for 2 more turn marshals. All right, if I can get Scott and Craig out here, please.
30
Scott and
seconds
Craig.
to the start of the race. 15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, just waiting on our last two turn marshals. All right, got
Less than
one
5.
and got two. All right. We're going to get this party started here. All right, we got George going 19.5, Theo 19.4, King 20.7, Jeremy 19.4, Ron a 20.3, John a 19.9, Dave a 19.6. 40 seconds down. All right, we're 55 seconds in, 5:05 to go. Right now it's George Laxon on top of the leaderboard, going 19.3 that time around. George starting on lap number 4. Whoa, we got a cluster there. Oh, man, Ron getting the worst of that. 1:15 in, 4:45 left. Right now it is going to be Jeremy, George, John, Dave, King, Ron, and Theo, your full running order. Oh, back straight. $140 down right now. Jeremy 19.19 for pace. John 18.04. George 18.08. Dave 18.08. King is 17.10. Ron 16 flat, and Theo 16.11. All right, we got 2:05 down, 3:55 left. Jeremy is on a 19.15 for pace. Got John 18 flat, George 18.12. Careful at the big jump, guys. Careful at the big jump. That's starting to clear up. Jeremy 19.15. John now 18.05. George 18.12. Dave 18.19. Theo 17.14. King 17.15. Ron 17.16. Got 2:30 down, 3:30 left in this one. Jeremy that time around going 18.9. Careful in turn 1. All clear. All right, 3 minutes down, 3 minutes to go. Jeremy, John, Dave, George, Ron, Theo, King, your full running order. All right, 2:45 left in this one. Right now, Jeremy is one. Oh, careful on the back straight, back straight, back straight. Theo, let the blue car go, and you are good to go. 3:25 in, 2:35 remaining. Got Jeremy on a 19.16, John on a 19.17. They are just half a second apart now. Dave 18.11, Ron 18.21. Theo 17.05, George 17.08, and King 17.20. Got 2:15 left in this one, drivers. It's not too late to mount a comeback, but it's getting close to being too late. 2 minutes to go, drivers. Careful in the big jump. Careful in the big jump. All right, $1.55 remains. Careful at the tabletop, guys. Be careful at the tabletop. All right, that is clear. We got 1:45 to go. Jeremy 0.1 ahead of John. Jeremy run the white and teal. John run the blue and orange. If you see either of those guys, give them a little bit of room. 4:30 down, 1:30 to go. So John I 1913, Jeremy 1914, Dave 1806, Ron 1813, George 1708, Theo 1708 as well, and King 1718. Got 1:10 to go, drivers. 70 seconds left in this one. Race number 3 coming up next. John now 1.7 ahead of Jeremy. Jeremy is 7.9 ahead of Dave. Dave 4.4 ahead of Ron. Ron 12 ahead of Theo. Theo 2 ahead of George. George 11 ahead of King. 45 seconds left in this one. $35 seconds remain. This time by John clocking in 3 seconds up on Jeremy. Got Dave 2.5 ahead of Ron. Ooh, Dave now 0.5 ahead of Ron, so this one might come down to the finish. 15 seconds to go. Careful, second wall ride, guys. 5 seconds left. Theo, you are done. George, you are done. Jeremy, you are done. Ron, you're done. Dave, you're done. King, you're done. And John, you're done. That'll be a race, guys. John going 1912. Jeremy 1801. Dave 1806. Ron 1808. Theo 17 flat. George 1707. King 1722. All right, we're moving on to race number 3. All right, this one will be Landon, Steve, Ryan, Lucas, Noah, and Martin. Turn marshals will be the guys who just raced. John, Jeremy, Ron, Theo, George, and King.
Steve Bloom. Noah Bloom. Martin Arroyo. Ryan Vernally. Lucas Sichiglowski.
All right, may need some turn marshals, guys. Got 2 down. I'm looking for John, Jeremy, Ron, Theo, George, and King. Careful, turn 1. Turn 1B.
Start of the race.
To be exact.
Jump and land in. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, looks like I got, looks like I got my marshals for the most part. Let's see, King, Ron, Jeremy, John.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
Theo! Where's Theo?
Less than 5.
Theo, did you forget to turn marshal again? Theo, left side. The advantage of getting to your marshal spot quickly is you get to choose your marshal spot first. All right, folks, we are going racing here. Theo, to your marshal spot. Come on, Theo. You can do it. There you are. All right, we're going racing. Got Theo rocking the blue polo today. Usually he's dressed a little more vibrantly, but going with the tried and true blue. It's a good color. All right, landing a little bit of a rough lap on the opener. Ryan going 17-3. Everyone else in the 18s. 30 seconds down. All right, there we go. Landon 16-9 on lap 2. Right now it's Landon, Ryan, Lucas, Steve, Noah, and Martin. Everybody with 2 laps in the books. Ooh, Landon a little short there. All right, now Kane up by half a second. Got Vernali 1.6 up on Steve. Steve 0.1 ahead of Lucas. Lucas 1.6 ahead of Noah. Noah 1.3 ahead of Martin. Got 1 minute down, drivers. All right, Landon's pace currently at 21:10. Got Ryan at 21:13. Steve at 20:05. Lucas at 20:12. Noah at 19:02 and Martin at 19:10. Actually 19:06 now. All right, we got $130 down, 4:30 to go. Ryan Vernali to the front, 21:11. Yeah, 145 down, 4:15 to go. Oh, trouble at the wall ride. $205 down, 3:55 to go. Yeah, brutal lap for Landon there. 25 seconds. 220 down, 3:40 to go. Right now it's Steve on top of the leaderboard with a 20 flat 4 pace. Got Ryan right there with him, 20:02. Lucas 20:08, Landon 20:13, Noah 19:02, and Martin 19:12. $245 in, 3:15 to go. 16.6 that time by for Landon. Wall ride, need a little help. Come on, Theo. Three minutes down, 3 minutes to go. Remember, guys, got to pay attention to your corner, not the race. I think we covered that in boot camp yesterday, actually. Yesterday's boot camp was quite comprehensive. 320 down, 240 to go. All right, Steve Leung, 20 flat, still the pace for your race leader. Keeping it nice and consistent here. Yeah, Lucas at 20:07, Ryan 20:10, Landon 20:12, Noah 19:06, and Martin at 19:13. 3:45 in and 2:15 to go. All right, we got 4 minutes down, 2 minutes to go. Steve, 20 fly. He is 4 seconds up on Lucas. Lucas, 2.7 ahead of Landon. Landon, 0.2 ahead of Ryan. Ryan, 9.1 ahead of Noah. Noah, 4.2 ahead of Martin. Got a minute 45 remaining here. This is race number 3 on track. All right, a minute 30 remains, 90 seconds to go. All right, good teamwork there. A minute 15 remaining. Steve on a 21:16, Lucas 20:05, Landon 20:07, Ryan 20:09, Noah 19:09, and Martin 19:17. We got just 1 minute to go, drivers. All right, Landon up to the 2 spot, but he's about 5.5 seconds off of Steve's pace right now. We got 40 seconds to go, drivers. So Steve on at 21:15, Landon 20:02 now, Lucas 20:04, Ryan 20:08, Noah 19:10, and Martin 19:15. 25 seconds left. Ten seconds to go, drivers. Time is about to expire here. Keep on going. I'll let you guys know when you're done. Lucas, Ryan, Landon, you guys are done. Noah, you are done. Martin, you're done. And Steve, you are done. That will be your race, drivers. Steve Leon goes 21:16. Lucas at 20:04. Ryan 20:06. Landon 20:08. Noah 19:10. And Martin 19:12. All right, moving on to race number 4. Race number 4 will be Jordan, Kellen, Art, Anthony, Nelson, and Ryan. Turn marshals will be my racers from that last one.
Kellen Yamamoto. Ryan R. Randall. Nelson B. Fix it again, Tony. Jordan Rivera. AJ Cardinale.
Okay, we got some of our turn marshals on their way. I should have Steve, Lucas, Ryan, Noah, and Martin out here to turn marshal. Everybody's checked in here.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
I'm probably going to need one of you guys at the bathroom corner. Seems like there's a lot of action there tonight.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, folks. Everybody's checked in. You guys ready to race? We're going racing. All right, Kellen going 17.7 on the first pass. Nelson an 18.3. Art a 17.5. Jordan a 17.1. And Silva across the line with a 17.4. All right, we're 35 seconds in. This is race number 4 on the track. All right, let's see. Lap number 2 in the books for everyone now. It's going to be Silva on top of the leaderboard, 21:07, Jordan 21:08, Art 21:10, Kellen 21:12, Nelson 20 flat, Ryan 20:14. We're just 1 minute down. All right, we got Superman Silva on top of the leaderboard right now. 21:06 is the pace. Jordan on 21:08, Kellen 21:10, Art 21:12, Nelson 21:16, and Ryan 20:16. Got a minute 25 down and 4:35 to go. All right, a $1:35 in. Jordan that time right going at 17:0. Way to go. So right now, Silva is 0.046 ahead of Rabara. Rabara 1.4 ahead of Yamamoto. Kellen 0.9 ahead of Nelson. Nelson 0.6 ahead of Art. And those guys are about 6 seconds up on Ryan. Got 2 minutes down, 4 minutes remaining. 2:10 down, 3:50 remains. And it's going to be Jordan Rabara taking it over, driving the gray, pink, and white. Silva in the 2 spot, driving the blue and green. Cardinale running his multicolored ride, the white, yellow, orange, and black. Holding down the 3 spot at this time. 2:30 down, 3:30 to go. Oh, Jordan 2 seconds ahead of Silva. Silva 1.9 up on Nelson. Nelson 0.1 ahead of Art. Art 1.7 ahead of Kellen. Kellen 4 up on Ryan. We're 2:45 in, 3:15 to go. All right, fast lap here, 17.0, Jordan Rabara. Got 17.2 from Silva, 17.5 from Cardinale, 17.5 from B, 17.2 from Yamamoto, 17.9 from Randall. 3:05 in, 2:55 to go. $2:40 remaining. Silva leads the way now, 21:10. Rabara 21:13. Cardinale 21:15. Yamamoto 20 flat. B 20:04. Randall 20:12. We got 2:30 remaining now. 2.5 minutes left. So right now it's going to be Silva 1.8 up on Rabara. Rabara 0.8 ahead of Cardinale. Cardinale 1.5 ahead of Yamamoto. Yamamoto 2.5 ahead of B. B 5 seconds ahead of Randall. We're getting close to 2 minutes left, drivers. And here we are, 2 minutes to go. Silva 21:10, Rabara 21:12, Yamamoto 21:17, Cardinale 20 flat, B 20:03, and Randall 20:15. A minute 45 remains. And this time around, Silva 1.5 ahead of Rabara. Rabara 2.8 ahead of Kellen. Kellen 0.8 up on Art. Art 1.8 ahead of Nelson. Nelson 11 up on Ryan. And one of our leaders going up on his lid for a moment, but thankfully landing on all 4 wheels. Got a minute 10 to go, racers. This time by at the line, we got Silva 2.3 ahead of Rabara. Jordan 2.3 ahead of Kellen. Kellen 0.7 ahead of Art. Art 0.7 ahead of Nelson. 1 minute remains, drivers. 1 minute left. All right, this time by Silva 2.7 up on Rabara. Rabara 3.5 ahead of Yamamoto. Yamamoto 0.2 up on B. B 0.06 ahead of Art. That mid-pack battle is going to come down to the final lap here, folks. 30 seconds remaining. We got ourselves a buggy train. 20 seconds left. I got first and second, nose to tail on the track. 2 seconds left, drivers. Keep on going. Silva goes 17-0 that time by. Ah, man, Silva getting caught up. All right, Jordan, Art, Kellen, Ryan, Jordan, Anthony. One more car. Oh, man. So it's going to be Jordan taking that one by 0.3 of a second. Silva, yeah, and some bad luck on that final lap. Silva in the 2 followed by Cardinale, Yamamoto, B, and Randall. So we're moving on to race number 5. Race number 5. Race 5 will be George, Barry, Kevin, Robert, Eric, and Jeff.
Too Soon Jr., Eric Gonzalez, Kevin Allen, George Lynn.
All right, I'm looking for turn marshals. I got Art and Anthony out here.
Robert Del Visco. One minute to the start of the race.
Okay, got everybody checked in. Got all my marshals out here. And well,
45 seconds to the
looks
start
like Art
of the
taking a look at
race.
the leaderboard there. And we got Silva making a wardrobe adjustment.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
Don't worry, he's still got his clothes on. All right, we're going racing here. All right, everybody's being scored. We got Barry starting things off, a 16-5, looking alive. George going 17-2, Kevin 17-7. Jeff is 17-3, Eric a 19-4, Robert a 17-2. Barry Soppett, fastest car on the opening lap. See if we can keep that trend moving. All right, 45 seconds in. It is Barry, George, Robert, Jeff, Kevin, and Eric, your four running order. Barry Soppett currently on a 22.09 for pace. Got George Lynn 22.15, Jeff on a 21.07, Kevin 21.10, Robert 20.07 now, Eric at 20.04. Things changing around very quickly here. Barry Soppett that time by going 16-2. Yes, it's true. So Soppett's pace now 22.07. TQ currently set at 22.09. We got a minute 30 down, 4:30 remaining in this one. Right now it's Barry, followed by George on 22.16, Jeff at 21.04, Eric at 21.17, Robert 20 flat, Kevin 20.09, Eric 20.16. 150 down and 4:10 remaining in this one. Barry 0.9 ahead of George. George 2.4 up on Jeff. Jeff 3.2 ahead of Robert. Robert 2 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 1.8 ahead of Eric. Yeah, George dropping to 17.3 that time around. That'll put him on top of the leaderboard. So your leaders are going to be the orange car and the white car. 2:15 down, 3:45 left. Right now, advantage. Barry Soppett by 2 cents of a second. 2:30 down, 3:30 left. And this time around, George taking it back by 0.031. Our white car and the orange car sandwiching some of our fellow competitors here. So orange car presently being displayed as the leader. White car is the second place. We got 2:55 down, 3:05 to go. Just about halfway here. George Lynn on 22.11.7. Barry 22.12.3. Trouble for George, however. 3:10 down, 2:50 to go. So Barry now 22.12, George 21 flat, Jeff 21.05, Kevin 21.13, Robert 21.17, and Eric 20.10. 3:30 in, 2:30 to go. All right, 340 down, 220 left. Barry has taken back the top spot. His advantage now 2.8 seconds. Got George 2.8 ahead of Jeff. Jeff 5.1 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 3.6 ahead of Robert. Robert 4.2 ahead of Eric. Got 4 minutes down. 2 minutes to go. All right, Barry 22.12, George 22.17, Jeff 21.04, Kevin 21.12, Robert 20.01, Eric 20.07. So the man on the move right now, Jeff Miranda, on a good pace. He's on pace to pick up 12 grid spots potentially. Just keep doing what you're doing, Jeff. 1:30 to go, 90 seconds remain. George that last time by a 16-2. All right, folks, 1:05 remains in this one. And advantage now, George Lynn ahead of Barry Soppet by 1.8. Got Barry 2.4 up on Jeff. Jeff 5 up on Kevin. Kevin 7 seconds up on Robert. Robert 4.9 ahead of Eric. Got 50 seconds left, drivers. 5:02 to go. All right, 35 seconds left. This time around, it's going to be George up by 1.6. Barry does understand the assignment, though. He's trying to put some distance between himself and George. 20 seconds left. This time by 1.7 in favor of Lynn. Got Soppet 4.4 ahead of Miranda. Miranda 4.8 ahead of Allen. We're in the final 10 seconds here. All right, Eric, you're done. Jeff, you're done. Kevin, you're done. George, you're done. Barry, you're done. And Robert, you're done. That'll be a race, guys. George Lynn going 22.14, Barry 22.17, Jeff a 21.04, Kevin a 21.09, Robert 21.18, and Eric a 20.03. All right, folks, we're going to take a short break, and we'll get the main event started. All right, folks. Main events are set. Our first race up, which is the E-main event, will be Theo, Alan King, Prance, Craig, and Anthony. The D-main event will be Martin, Dave, Jeremy, Scott, Ron, George, Sean. Our C group will be Eric, Lucas, Ryan, Noah, John. Our B group will be Jordan, Anthony, Kellen, Steve, Art, and Nelson. And our A group, George, Barry, Jeff, Kevin, Landon, and Robert. We'll be taking one bump up from each lower main, with the exception of the B. The B main will take the top two. Maybe we'll take the top two out of the C too. Well, to be determined. We got some numbers to crunch. Speaking of numbers, I don't know. Let's get started. I don't know. 8:15 sound good? 8:10. You guys want a 5-minute break or a 10-minute break? All right. Majority spoken. We will be racing. We'll go just past 8:10. I'll start calling them up at 8:10. All right, folks, we're going to start calling up race one. That's going to be Theo, Alan King, Prance, Craig, and Anthony. Turn marshals will be George, Barry, Jeff, Kevin, Landon, Robert. All right, we got race number 1 making its way to the driver's stand, looking for my turn marshals to make their way to the track.
Ten car Ted. Anthony Zachiglowski. King Arroyo. Prance Rodil.
Got him.
Alan Rodil. Craig
All
Oakley.
right, I got Kevin, got George, got Barry, got Robert.
1 minute to the start
I
of
think
the
I got
race.
Jeff. All right, folks, let's line them up.
45 seconds to the
It's
start
going to
of the
be
race.
Theo on the number 1, Allen on the number 2, King on the 3, Prance on the 4, Craig on the 5, Anthony on the 6. All right, drivers, winner of this one, and just the
30
winner
seconds
gets
to
the
the
race
start
in the
of the
next
race.
one, which will be our D-main event. Let's see, Theo 1, Allen 2, King 3, Prance 4. All right,
15
grid is
seconds
set.
to the start of the race.
Drivers ready. We'll be racing in less than 5. Wow, Allen with the whole shot there. Whoa. Like a buggy explosion. Ooh. And it's still working itself out here. We got ourselves a battle. Got Prance on top of the leaderboard. Allen and Theo dicing it out for 2. Trouble for Prance. That's going to put Theo out front now. It's still early here, just 40 seconds in. Long race ahead of us here, folks. Right now we got Theo 0.9 ahead of Allen. Allen 0.9 ahead of Anthony. Anthony about 2 feet ahead of Prance. Prance about 6 feet ahead of King. 55 seconds in. One down, 5 to go. Theo now 1.4 up on Allen. Allen 1.1 up on Anthony. Trouble, turn 1, turn 1. All clear. A minute 15 in, 4:45 left. Theo continues to lead this one, driving the white car, Orange Flames. Alan Rodil holding down the 2 spot, driving the teal. 1.4 back of your race leader right now. Got Anthony holding the 3 spot down, just 1.2 back of Allen. Anthony finds himself about 3 ahead of King. King about 3.5 up on Prance. Prance about 1.5 seconds up on Craig. All right, folks, buck 45 in, 4:15 to go. We got ourselves a battle for the lead. $150 in, 4:10 to go. Teal car versus the white and orange. Oh, Theo going really wide there. Letting 2 cars by. 2 down, 4 left. And Theo taking the inside line, taking back the 2 spot. Whoa, going really wide there. Well, Theo decided he has paid for all the track. He's going to use all the track. $225 in, 3:35 left. Right now it's Alan Rodil on top of the leaderboard driving the teal ride. Got King up to the 2, followed by Anthony, Theo, Prance, and Craig. Careful at the big jump. $245 in, 3:15 to go. Careful, back straight, back straight. All clear. Careful at the tabletop. Need help at the tabletop. All right, we got 3:15 down, 2:45 to go. Right now, Alan Rodil with quite the lead. Making his way down the back straight up the wall ride over those speed bumps. Got 2:35 to go. Your second place car crossing over the line here. Battle to watch right now going to be Anthony versus Theo. The black car versus the white and orange. 3:40 down, 2:20 left. Take it easy, take it easy. You got 2 minutes to go, drivers. Right now, Alan Rodil 9 seconds up on the battle between Anthony and Theo. Right now, it's advantage Theo. Back straight, back straight. All clear. 1:45 remains in this one. Alan Rodil has checked out for the most part. He's about 7 seconds in front of Theo. Need a little help in the middle. Oh, these guys putting Barry to work. 1:25 to go. Alan, Theo, Anthony, King, Prance, and Craig, your full running order. Take it easy, take it easy. Got 1:10 to go. All right, Alan Rodil making his way down the back straight with 1 minute to go. Theo Lynn about 11 seconds back. Anthony's still hanging tough for that 2 spot. He's only a second and change behind Theo. 45 seconds remain. Oh, a little trouble there in the speed bumps. Careful in the speed bumps, guys. Got a little pile up. "30 seconds left, drivers. The closest battle is still going to be Theo and Anthony, but they're now separated by about 4 seconds. We got 15 seconds left, drivers. Five seconds remain, drivers. And time has expired. When you cross the line, you will be done. All right, that'll be a race, guys. Alan Rodil making it to the D-main event. Podium for this one will be Theo, Anthony, and King. All right, Alan Rodil moving on to the D-main event, which is coming up next. All right, podium will be Theo, Anthony, and King. Shout out to Anthony. That was a good race.
Chef Dave. Jeremy Vidig.
All right, this is race number 2
George
taken to the
Laxon.
racetrack. Our D group.
Martin Arroyo.
On the line here is a chance to race with the C group. Careful at the tabletop, guys. Careful at the tabletop.
Sean Torres.
All right, if I can get some turn marshals to the track, please.
1 minute to the start of the race.
All All right, waiting for a few more drivers to
45
get
seconds
checked
to
in
the
here.
start of the
Also
race.
waiting for my turn marshals. I got King. I got Anthony. I got Theo. I got Craig. All right. Gonna add on to this race.
Alan Rodil. 30 seconds to the start of the race. Ron Williams. Scott Yo.
All right, let's see. I
15
got
seconds
Craig.
to
I got
the start
Prance.
of the race.
Got King. Got Anthony. Got Theo. Okay. All right, let's line them up, guys. We're going to put Martin
Less
on the
than
number
5.
1, Dave on the number 2, Jeremy 3, Scott 4, Ron 5, George 6, Sean 7, and Alan 8. Squish it. Squish it good. Well, we don't really have a hard rule on it, so if your body comes off during a race, just keep going. Nah, it's optional. All right, folks. Yeah. I only got one marshal on the left side. I could definitely use a little help on the left. Do I have any available assistants? Maybe. Unless I can get a volunteer. Anybody want to volunteer? I need a little help by the bathroom corner. Yeah, I guess King, go over there and take that spot, and then the guys in the middle are going to have to pick up. Oh, Robert's got it. Thank you. All right, folks. Grid is set. Marshall's in position. We're going racing in less than 5. Oh, man. Trouble for Martin. Oh, trouble for Dave. Well, 2 business days later. All right, we got Jeremy out front, driving the white and teal car. Taking a tumble, however. That's going to push Sean up to the top spot. King taking a tumble there. Oh, careful. Watch out for that bus, kid. 40 seconds in. Right out, Sean out front. Martin in the 2. They're Dyson. Got Scott in that battle as well. Jeremy right there with him. Trouble in the middle. King getting there quickly. All right, 105 down. Right now it's going to be Jeremy on top of the leaderboard. Got Martin in the 2, followed by Scott, then Sean. Got somebody, it looks like George is back to go topless potentially. We were talking about the possibility of Jeremy, but George wants to join the beach party. 125 in, 435 to go. Right now it's Jeremy out front. Looks like his body is a little bit askew. 140 down. Currently, we got Jeremy 1.5 ahead of Martin. Martin this time around 2.4 ahead of Sean. Sean 2.9 ahead of Scott. Scott 0.6 ahead of George. Careful, turn 1, guys. Turn 1. Careful in turn 1. Okay, that is clear. 2 minutes in, 4 minutes left. Careful ending a tabletop. That's clearing up. Jeremy, Martin, Sean, Scott, George, Ron, Dave, Allen, your full running order here. 210 down, 350 remains. And it looks like Martin now picking up the race lead. Martin going 18.5, looking alive. He's now 1 second ahead of Jeremy. Jeremy 3.7 ahead of Sean. Sean 4.1 ahead of George. George 0.5 ahead of Dave. Dave 4 seconds up on Ron. Ron 1 second ahead of Scott. Scott 3.5 up on Alan. Got 240 down, 320 left. Careful in the rhythm section, guys. Rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. Careful in the rhythm. There's a little bit of debris on the racetrack. 255 in, 305 to go. And it looks like George has finally gone topless. It was a moment in the making for probably about 2 minutes. 315 in, 245, 2 go drivers. Right now it is Jeremy 1 second ahead of Martin. Martin 6 seconds up on Sean. Sean 2.5 ahead of Dave. Dave 4.9 ahead of Scott. Scott 2 seconds ahead of George. George 2.9 ahead of Ron. Ron 1.2 ahead of Alan. We got 330 down, 230, 2 go drivers. Trouble for Jeremy. That's going to put Martin out front once again. These guys have been going back and forth all race long. 220 left in this one. Martin out there driving the green, purple, orange stripes. Jeremy driving the white and turquoise, white and teal. I don't know the difference. All right, I got the leaders coming up on some traffic here. My leaders are coming up on Ron and George. All right, good. Oh. Careful in the middle. We got 1:50 to go, drivers. Careful landing the big jump, guys. Landing the big jump. 140 to go, drivers. So Sean Torres now making his way up to the 2, but he's trying to hold off Dave Kreider. That's going to be red, white, and blue versus orange and white, middle of the track. Hot battle going down for the 2 spot. Looks like something happened to Jeremy. He was having a good run. 110 to go, drivers. Martin going 17.9 that last time by, following it up with an 18.7. Dave Kreider making his way up to the 2. 55 seconds left in this, drivers. Careful, end of the straight, guys. End of the straight, end of the straight. .30 seconds remain, drivers. Right now, Martin 13 clear of Dave. Dave 3 clear of Scott. Got Scott 12 ahead of Alan. Alan 0.6 ahead of George. 15 seconds to go, drivers. Ten seconds left. All right, time has expired. All right, it's going to be Martin Arroyo making his way to the C main event. All right, that'll be a race, guys. That'll be a race. Martin makes his way to the C group. Podium for this one is going to be Dave, Scott, and George. Dave, Scott, and George, grab your cars and head to the podium for a quick picture. Rest of the order will be Alan, Ron, Sean, and Jeremy. All right, folks, we are moving on to race number 3, our C group. This one's going to be Eric, Lucas, Ryan, Noah, John, and Martin. Podium is going to be Dave, Scott, and George. Dave, Scott, George. You guys made the podium for the D group.
Ryan Vernally, Lucas Sichiglowski, Ryan R. Randall, John Milio.
All right, I'm going to need some turn marshals. Got 2 down out the big jump.
Noah Bloom.
Careful Big jump and careful landing at the tabletop.
1 minute to the start of the race.
All right, if I can get my guys from that last race, I am looking for Scott, George, Alan, Ron, Sean, and Jeremy. If I can get all you guys.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
Try lightly tapping the throttle and see if you can. Oh, okay, Ron's got you.
"30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, I got Sean, I got Ron, got Alan, got Jeremy.
Less than 5.
Looking for a few more turn marshals for this one, please.
Martin Arroyo.
All right, I need one up front. Hey, George, can I get you in front of the driver's stand? All right, lineup. Let's line them up, guys. It's going to be Eric on the 1, Lucas on the 2, Ryan 3, Ryan Vernali, that is, Ryan Randall 4, Noah on the 5, John 6, and Martin 7. All right, folks, grid is set. We got marshals. We are going racing. Winner goes on to the B main event. Drivers in less than 5. Here we go. All right, a lot of action there. Meanwhile, Eric Gonzalez starting to pull away from the pack. EG driving the purple and gold. Got Ryan Reynolds moving up to the 2 spot. And behind Ryan, it is quite the battle here. EG making his way into that rhythm section. He is 3.8 ahead of Ryan. Ryan 2.8 ahead of Martin. Martin about 5 feet ahead of Lucas. Lucas a couple feet ahead of Ryan. Those guys about 1.2 ahead of John. 101 down. 4:59 to go. Eric Gonzalez going 17.4 last time by at the stripe. This time around going 17.8. So EG starting to get smaller in the windshield. Meanwhile, we got ourselves a battle for the 2 spot. Got Martin bumping up from the D group, making his way all the way up to the 2 here. All right, we got the Ryans racing each other. The battle for Ryan supremacy. Randall versus Vernali down the back straight, over the speed bumps, and into the second wall ride they go. 145 down, 4:15 remains. EG now 8 seconds up on Martin. Martin 2.2 ahead of the Ryans. Ryan 1.2 ahead of Ryan. Ryan 1.4 ahead of John. John 1.7 ahead of Lucas. Lucas 0.3 ahead of Noah. All right, 2:05 down, 3:55 remains in this one. Careful on the right side. Careful on the right. Oh, we got battle brewing up here. Martin versus Ryan. And the battle continues on. Martin trying to hold off 2 Ryans here. Tumble down the back straight. We are clear. So it's going to be Vernali now taking over the 2. Randall in the 3, and Arroyo right there with him in the 4. It's going to be our closest battle here on track. Lucas starting to gain some ground on that pack. 2:55 in, 3:05 to go. Right now it's Eric, Ryan, Martin, Lucas, John, Noah. Your full running order. Careful in the middle, guys. Rhythm section. Be careful. $3.15 down. $2.45 remains. Eric, Ryan, Lucas, Martin, John, Noah. Right now, Eric is 11.1 ahead of Ryan Vernali. Ryan Vernali is 3.6 ahead of Ryan Randall. Randall 4.6 up on Lucas. Lucas is 1.5 ahead of Martin. Martin about 5 up on John. John 6 seconds up on Noah. Got 2:15 remaining here, drivers. This is our C group on track. EG 15 seconds ahead now. EG proving he did not belong in this one. We got 4 minutes down, 2 minutes to go. A minute 40 left. Careful in the middle, guys. Rhythm section in the middle. Got a minute 30 remaining, drivers. Eric 14 up on Ryan. Ryan 5 ahead of Lucas. Lucas 5.3 ahead of Randall. Ryan 2.5 ahead of Martin. Martin 5.7 ahead of John. John 12 up on Noah. Got a minute 15 to go. Careful at the big jump, guys. Careful landing the big jump. All right, that's clear. 1:05 remains. One minute to go, drivers. Eric, Ryan, Lucas, Martin, Ryan, John, Noah. Your full order. Careful at the big jump, guys. All right, that is clear. 45 seconds remain. All right, 30 seconds left. So we got the gold and purple car race leader. Second place is going to be the white-orange. Third place is going to be the purple and lilac. So if you see any of those guys, give them a little bit of space. Got about 15 seconds to go here. Five seconds left. Keep in mind, Martin, you are racing the pink car. All right, that'll be a race, guys. That'll be a race. That'll be Eric Gonzalez making it to the B main event. Podium for this one will be Ryan Vernali, Lucas, and Martin. Rest of the order will be Randall, Emilio, and Blum. All right, moving into the B. All right, up in this one will be Jordan, Anthony Kellen, Steve, Art, Nelson, and Eric.
Fix it again, Tony. AJ Cardinale. Jordan Rivera. Nelson B. Steve Loom.
All right, I am going to need some turn marshals. Careful at the second wall ride, guys. I got Randall out there all by himself, looking for a little bit of help.
1 minute to the start of the race.
All right, if I can get Noah, John, Ryan, Martin, Lucas, and Ryan out here at turn marshal, please.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
This is our B group. We're going to find out who the final two runners' name and will be right here.
Eric Gonzalez.
I can guarantee it's going to be one of these guys on track
30 seconds to the
unless
start of the race.
a large sum of money changes hands. It doesn't have to be a large sum of money. It could be any sum of money, really. All right, we're looking for a few
15
more turn
seconds to the
marshals. I
start
got
of the
Lucas,
race.
got Ryan, got Noah. I got Ryan, got both Ryans. I'm looking for, do I have a John?
Less than 5.
John out here? There you are. All right, guys, the lineup is going to be Jordan on the number 1, Silva on the 2, Yamamoto on the 3, Steve on the 4, Art 5, Nelson 6, and EG on the 7. All right, top 2 make it to the A group. Drivers, best of luck. We're going racing in less than 5. Here we go. Jordan Rabara leading them off. Ooh, that was close. That was too close. Still early, folks. Plenty of time. Right now, it's going to be Jordan out front. Steve in the 2. Oh, trouble for Jordan. Steve up to the 1. Eric now up to the 3. 30 seconds in and 5:30 remaining. It's still anybody's race here. You don't have to win, but you don't want to be worse than third, ideally. 45 seconds in, 5:15 left. It's Steve Leung leading the way here. Jordan right behind him. Eric up to the 3, followed by Anthony Nelson and Art. One minute down, 5 minutes remains. Your top 2 cars making their way into the mini bun, and Jordan making a move to the 1 spot. All right, Jordan half a second up on Steve. Steve is 1.5 ahead of Eric. Eric 2.4 ahead of Nelson. Nelson 1.7 ahead of Art. Art half a second up on Silva. Whoa, Nelson takes quite the tumble there. Oh, man. Steve not having a good sequence of laps here. But we still got 4:15 remaining. A long time ahead. Plenty of time to bring it back. 150 down, 4:10 remains. Right now, it is Jordan, 3.5 seconds up on Eric. Eric, 3.8 ahead of Art. Art, 1 second ahead of Anthony. Got Silva, 4.4 ahead of Leon. And Steve, half a second up on Nelson. 2:05 down, 3:55 remaining here. 17.2 for Jordan last time around. That's 17.5s for Steven Nelson there. 17.6 for Silva. 17.4 for Cardinale. 17.3 for EG. 2:30 down, 3:30 remains. Jordan, Eric, Art, Anthony, Steve, Nelson. Your remaining contestants here. So we got Jordan 4 seconds up on Eric. Eric 3.4 ahead of Anthony. Anthony 2 seconds up on Art. Art 5.5 up on Steve. Steve 1.6 ahead of Nelson. All right, 3 minutes in, 3 minutes to go. All right, Jordan, Eric, Anthony, Art, Steve Nelson. Jordan 3.9 ahead of Eric. Eric 5.7 ahead of Anthony. Anthony 0.4 on Art. Art 5.1 ahead of Steve. Steve 5.9 ahead of Nelson. Got 325 in, 235 left in this one. All right, 225 to go, racers. Jordan now 4.6 ahead of Eric. Eric 5 seconds even up on Anthony. Anthony 1.5 ahead of Art. This time around, Art 4.5 ahead of Steve. And Steve, last time by, was 7 seconds up on Nelson. We got 4 minutes down and 2 minutes to go. Right now, Jordan and Eric are looking primed to make the A-main event. A gap between Eric and Anthony, about 5 seconds. 1:45 to go, drivers. Right now, 5 seconds between Jordan and Eric. 5 seconds between Eric and Anthony. 2.7 between Anthony and Art. Art 3.6 ahead of Steve. Steve 7.6 ahead of Nelson. With a minute 30 to go, 90 seconds left. $120. Jordan Ribara continuing to lead. Gap back to EG is 5.3. Gap from EG to Silva is 4.2. From Silva to Cardinale, it's 2.6. Cardinale to Leung, 3.2. 1 minute remaining. 1 minute to go, drivers. 55 seconds now. Jordan 5.5 ahead of Eric. Eric 3.5 ahead of Anthony. Anthony 3.1 ahead of Art. Art 2.8 ahead of Steve. Steve 12 ahead of Nelson. We got 40 seconds to go, drivers. $25 seconds left. $20 seconds. 15. All right, getting down to the closing moments here. When you cross the line, you will be done. All right, uno mas. And that will be a race. Jordan Ribara and Eric Gonzalez making it to the A-main event. Uh-oh. It looks like George left his daughter at dance practice. She'll be fine. Well, hopefully dance practice goes extra long tonight.
Too soon Jr. Barry Soppet. Jump and land N. George Lynn. Robert Del Visco.
All right, this is our main event.
Kevin Allen.
All right, I am going to need some turn
1 minute
marshals.
to
Got
the start
Silva
of the race.
and B. I'm looking for Kellen Nelson, Steve R. Anthony. I'm going to need your help. Maybe a volunteer or two would be great.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
Hey, Julian Taylor showing up early for Friday. Well, good news, Julian.
30
I got
seconds
stuff to
the
work
start
on,
of the
so
race.
I got stuff to work on, so we're probably going to hang out after. All right, I'm looking for turn marshals. I got Art. I got Anthony. I got
15
Nelson.
seconds to the start of the race.
I got a Steve.
Less than 5.
Hey, Kellen. Kellen's on the phone with his girl. All right, lineup is going to be George on the 1, Barry on the 2, Jeff 3, Kevin 4, Landon 5, Robert 6, Jordan 7, Eric 8.
Jordan Rivera. Eric Gonzalez.
All right, we got a grid. We got some marshals. Drivers ready. 6 minutes on the clock. We are going racing in less than 5. Here we go. And trouble for Barry on the opening lap. Got George leading the way. Miranda up to the 2. Allen 3. Del Visco 4. Followed by Gonzalez, Sopik, Kane, Rabara. "30 seconds down, 5:30 remains. Right now, George 1.8 ahead of Jeff. Jeff 1.2 ahead of Kevin. Kevin half a second up on Robert. Robert 2 seconds up on Landon. Landon 1.6 ahead of Barry. Yeah, 50 seconds in, 5:10 to go. George, Jeff, Kevin, Robert, Landon, Barry, Jordan, and Eric, your full running order. Got George Ling clocking in with the 16.4 that time by. Backing it up a 16.9. This time by 3.9 ahead of Jeff. Jeff 0.7 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 1.4 ahead of Robert. Robert 0.5 ahead of Landon. Landon 1.7 up on Barry. Barry 3.5 up on Eric. Eric 1.4 ahead of Jordan. 125 in, 435 remains. Close battle right now is going to be the Robert Landon Barry battle. 140 down. George, Jeff, Kevin, Robert, Landon, Barry, Eric, and Jordan, your full running order. So Barry making his way into the top 5. We got 2 minutes down, 4 minutes to go. Leader's already finding his way through traffic here. And in case you guys are wondering, George is driving to B7 tonight. 220 down, 340 to go. George Lynn, 6.8 ahead of Jeff Miranda. Jeff, 1.4 up on Kevin. Kevin, 1.6 ahead of Barry. Barry, 0.1 ahead of Robert. Robert, 2.9 ahead of Landon. Trouble for Robert, however. The aforementioned Robert. 245 down, 315 to go. Race leader down the back straight through the wall ride into the speed bumps. Over the tabletop he goes through the switchbacks into the rhythm section. Looking nice, smooth, consistent, and on point. 3 minutes down, 3 minutes to go. George, Jeff, Kevin, Barry, Landon, Robert, Eric, Jordan. 3:15 and down and 2:45 to go. We got 3:30 down, 2:30 remaining. Looks like Barry Soppin now into the top 3. George, Jeff, Barry, Kevin, Landon, Robert, Eric, and Jordan, your new running order with 2:20 to go. George is now almost 9 seconds up. Got Jeff 2.8 ahead of Barry. Barry 0.4 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 2.1 ahead of Landon. Landon 3.2 up on Robert. Robert 5 ahead of Eric. Eric 2 ahead of Jordan. 4 minutes down, drivers. 2 minutes to go. 4:15 down, 1:45 remaining. So looks like, yeah, Barry's starting to close in on Jeff. Landon's starting to close in on Kevin. Might have a couple of battles here coming up. 1:30 to go. 90 seconds remain. Right now, Jeff just 1.4 ahead of Barry. Kevin 0.4 ahead of Landon. And those guys are a couple car lengths up on the leader. 4:40 down, 1:20 left. All right, George is being patient. He does have an 11-second lead. Oh, Kevin up on his lid. That'll allow Landon by. 1 minute to go, drivers. $55 seconds left. George now 12 seconds up on Jeff. Jeff 1 second ahead of Barry. Barry 3.5 up on Kevin. Sorry, Landon now. Landon 2.2 up on Kevin. Kevin 2.7 up on Robert. Robert 5.4 ahead of Eric. Eric 0.7 ahead of Jordan. Got 30 seconds left, drivers. George, Jeff, Barry, Landon, Kevin, Robert, Eric, Jordan. All right, got second and third place coming up on Eric and Jordan next. 15 seconds to go. Five seconds left. And time has expired. Just a few more corners to go for this two-spot battle. Barry going for it. One more car, and that'll be a race, guys. George Lynn taking the W, going 22:08. Jeff Miranda 21:05. Barry Sopper rounds out the podium, 21:07. Rest of the order will be Landon, Kevin, Robert, Eric, and Jordan. All right, folks, thank you all for coming out to this edition of Wednesday Night Racing. We'll be doing it again Friday. We'll do it again on Friday. And we might do it again on Sunday. Sunday. All right. Thank you guys for coming out. We'll see you again soon. Track is open for practice.